Welcome, free private group. Also, the game trading group. Welcome, trading course 2.0. This is gonna be a very important one, just as important as trading course 1.0. In 1.0, I explained you guys for leverage trading, how to leverage trade, and how to always make sure that your liquidation levels are very far away, because that's the only way to protect yourself from a trade. So you cannot win a trade if they get you out of the game. Trading course 2 we're gonna level it up just step by step. And I think why I'm gonna do this one today, because this one is when you're in action, is the most important part. So we discussed the first in trading course 1.0, we discussed about how to protect ourselves from not getting liquidated and how to always be ahead of the game, not emotional, no greed, so you know what you're doing. So you'll not make big mistakes by exiting positions or etc. etc. So now we're gonna level it up. So how are we gonna make money? So how do you make the right decisions? So first of all, I'm not gonna do a market update, but yesterday the markets were ramping up. While the markets were ramping up, I updated you guys on Twitter, a new all-time high, and well, I told you Wall Street will probably push Bitcoin through the resistance that I pointed out yesterday in the 4 hour. It was this one. Let me show you. It was this one. Yes, over here. So over here, this was the resistance level we talked about in the live stream. But the US 500 was pushing so hard, new all-time high. So they pushed Bitcoin up over here. So that's number one. That's very important, but you just have to follow me on Twitter. So if you see me on Twitter showing you guys, Wall Street is on it again, Wall Street is pumping again, know that Bitcoin most of the times will follow, just like a puppy, just like it always does. Sometimes it doesn't want to follow, but most of the times it follows. So we broke through resistance, and then the FOMO was hitting in, because we had that resistance level and the FOMO hitting in. But today what I'm going to talk about is something else. We're going to talk about suppose, because I know where retailers make the biggest mistakes. I know where they make the biggest mistakes. So today I'm going to talk about all these struggles that retailers have while they're trading. The first big problem with a lot of retailers is that they always think in one direction. So they're either bearish or they're bullish, and because of this mindset, they're bearish. Although it doesn't matter, they see me posting, listen guys, Wall Street is pushing hard over here, Wall Street can push Bitcoin harder. They just don't care. It's not that they don't care. They believe in their own narrative more than what's really going on. And this is exactly why I'm always telling you also, you have to trade what you see and not how you feel or what you think or what you hope. It doesn't matter what you think, hope, or feel. Zero. You can only trade based on what you see. So even if you're bearish, even if you're super bearish about an altcoin or there's for whatever reason out there, you cannot go against what you're seeing and trade against that, because that's how you will get wrecked. You have to trade based on what the chart is showing you. If the chart is showing you that the US 500 is pumping like crazy again, I think it had something to do with Nvidia opening up and a lot of FOMO or whatever. But let's just say, I'm not going to talk about the markets, because the US markets are really, these guys, it's really mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing what's happening on the US stocks. And you know, the narrative of the Biden administration will not allow for markets to come down before election. Well, they really nailed that one, because it's just only one way and one way up. But I'll leave this for the market update. Today is all about the trading course. So yesterday, while we were breaking out, you know, first of all, if you're trading, it doesn't matter what altcoin you're trading. You need to always, let me make this bigger by the way. Yes, this way you can see it better. So you need always have the Bitcoin chart next to whatever altcoin you're trading. So if you're trading, you need the Bitcoin chart next to this one. Well, I don't do it this way because I've got a lot of screens over here. So my Bitcoin screen is always on. I've got another screen for Bitcoin, another screen for the markets. I've got like 4, 5, 6, 7 screens over here. But if you only have one screen, if you have a paid version, you can make your screen looking like this. So when you're trading an altcoin, you have to always have the Bitcoin chart next to it. And this is something that a lot of retailers don't seem to understand. Because you can only trade an altcoin if you see what Bitcoin. And why am I saying this? It's because 9 out of the 10 times, it's Bitcoin that rules your altcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, your altcoin goes up. If Bitcoin comes down, your altcoin comes down. So when you know this, you know that, listen, there are some cases when some FOMO hits in some altcoin, and then the altcoin, either if Bitcoin goes down, the altcoin keeps going up. It happens. So but it's maybe max 5%, 10% of the times this could happen. But like 90% of the times or 95% of the times, those altcoins, they just follow what Bitcoin does. So and you know how this works. This works with bots. Wheels, market makers, VCs, they work with bots, and those bots, they make them, so if Bitcoin goes up, if Bitcoin goes to move, that trading bot will think, okay, I need to buy more SUI, for example. So Bitcoin makes another $200 up. Okay, that means that I'm gonna buy. The bot will think, okay, I need to buy more SUI, etc., etc. So these are bots. These are no humans doing this, and this is also why you see similar. And by the way, guys, this, I'm just giving you an example. But there are a lot of charts. If I would open up any altcoin, you'll see that 90% of them look like this. And it's not because of this SUI out of the settlement. No, it's because Bitcoin is ramping up. Okay, so this is something you have to keep in mind. So this is something very important. By the way, about SUI, I will make another trading course vid about that. The funding rates yesterday turned very red. I shared it on Twitter. When you see funding rates turning very red, just don't short any asset. It's just too risky. I shared it when Sui was over here, I think, or whatever, or here, I don't know when. But you know, when wheels will get paid to long, they long hard to liquidate retailers and get paid for it. So, but I'm gonna leave that for another bit, another trading course. So what we're seeing now, this is, by the way, a beautiful example from what we're seeing. Over here, we're seeing now, we had this retrace, we closed above the indicator. SUI dumped over here, but while it was dumping, look at this, because Bitcoin is now rising up, SUI is finding some momentum to rise up also. You'll see this a lot. But let me now begin from the start, otherwise it will not be clear from what I'm gonna explain. So yesterday, while we're breaking out over here, suppose that you're very bearish on an altcoin. You're planning on shorting it. You're planning on shorting it, and well, you think, okay, it hit the resistance level, or maybe for the group in from the team, maybe the team shared with you guys a target of a short. You have to keep in mind the team cannot keep 24 hours updating you. So this is something you guys need to learn yourself. And that's the fact that when, suppose that over here Bitcoin broke out. Over here was a beautiful retrace, hold the indicator, probably will go up more, especially if while the US 500 was still ramping up more and more and more. So what does that mean? It means that, listen guys, even if the target will hit on your altcoin, suppose that the resistance level was over here, the entry for the short. I'm just saying something. Over here. You're watching Bitcoin, wait a minute, but markets are going up. Bitcoin is holding the indicator and rising up, finding momentum. It's ramping up. You might cancel your short on your target that you were waiting for. And the reason for that is that that resistance level will probably get broken, and your stop loss will also get hit. So you're gonna lose money for nothing. So that's why it's very important when you're trading any altcoin, it's very important that you chart the Bitcoin chart. You have to keep the Bitcoin chart against next to it, because if Bitcoin turns bullish and finds momentum and starts ramping up, it doesn't matter how much resistance there is on SUI over here. SUI will break through it, or whatever altcoin out there. Well, not all of them. There may be like 5 or 10% max altcoins that will not outperform, and there are other reasons for that. And that's also something, by the way, where the team shares. They share them the weak altcoins and the altcoins that shouldn't have been up in the first place. So those will probably stay behind. But the average altcoin will ramp up and it will break the resistance as long as this one keeps going up. So why am I explaining this? So I'm explaining this because while you're trading, while you're making trades, and suppose that you want to short an altcoin, don't short it while Bitcoin is holding the indicator and just moving up, while the US 500 is making new all-time highs. That's why I keep sharing in my free private group. You can only short on a confirmation of the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes. Let me give you guys an example over here. We had over here a close below the indicator. This was your entry. So here you can make some money. But while you're making money over here, you can also watch this one, because if this one closes above it, wait a minute. Bitcoin is finding momentum. Let me close my position over here, because this is where you close it. You just close it, take the damn profits. So take these profits, just get out, because why? This one is ramping up. If this one will turn around again, then this bond will probably get rejected and it goes lower. But you know, that's the defense style. But as long as this thing is showing power and going up, you have to take the money. But you didn't lose any money. But the most important part about this vid is you don't short when Bitcoin is finding momentum on the 15-minute on this rise up. You just don't short, because the chart is showing you that the bulls are marching. Like I was tweeting yesterday, the Wall Street bulls are marching and they will lift Bitcoin together with the markets up. So just be very careful. So that's something you know, there was a discussion with, I don't know if he's in the free private group or not. I don't know. His name was Charlie, I think. He told me, yeah, well, Bitcoin broke the 200 in May, and you said that it was a 15%. Yes, I said that was a 50%. If Wall Street was not pumping new all-time highs, then it was a 15%. But when US 500 starts ramping up, breaking resistance, new all-time highs, that 15% turns 85%. That it will probably break up it. So you have to connect those things. And when you see me tweeting about Wall Street is pumping and marching again, I know you'll probably think, okay, well, whatever, Wall Street, well, the stocks, they're pumping. No, guys, I'm over here for crypto. I'm not over here to tweet about the financial markets, because there are other groups for that one where I'll be talking about the US 500 and how to trade that and how to do that with the DXY, etc. I'm tweeting GTC, gain trading crypto. It's not gain trading stocks. So when you see me posting, listen, they are marching, it means they will probably lift Bitcoin. And I'll also share with you guys, focus the chart of Bitcoin, focus, because they're marching. And if they're gonna lift Bitcoin with them up, it will break up and then you'll get this move up. And that's what we saw. So when you see that happening, what does that mean? You either flip long, go long whatever. You can long Bitcoin, you can long SUI, you can long. If you see me say, listen, if you would see me say, listen guys, don't short SUI. When I say don't short SUI, it means that I'm seeing a lot of bullish things over there. I will not buy SUI long. I don't care, because why? I'm against everything this SUI thing has. So there are like a million other altcoins that I can long. So I will not long. But if you want to long this, if I say that, if you see me post, don't short SUI, it will probably go up. Boom, 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 boom. This one goes up, you also go up. This one goes down, you will also go down with it. So this is, if you're trading any altcoin out there, you need first validation from Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is holding line and holding the line and going up, holding the indicator, even on the small time frames. Let me put it on the 1 hour. How's the 1 hour looking? Look over here. Let me put SUI also on the 1 hour. Over here. You see what we're seeing? This is where we broke up, hold, boom, gone she was. It's the same over here. This is also when those funding rates turned red, hold, boom, and up she went. So if this thing holds the line over here on the indicator, and the markets are ramping up, and you are over here with SUI, are you going to short SUI over here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, if you're doing it, that's very stupid. That's how they get you wrecked. Because listen, if this thing is holding the line and want to break up, this one will probably follow. It's just the mathematics of trading. It's just how it works. So what is the most important part about the trading course? Two, because I'm not going to make a long one, because listen, I don't want to talk a lot about other things, because this is 50% of trading. So the other 50% is just don't get liquidated. Make sure that your liquidation levels are pretty far away so you can play the game with them. But this is the other 50%. And I will show you a lot of other trading courses, but those will be more detailed, and other tools you can use to predict these moves. Because you can also, in trading, you can predict these moves before they happen. You can predict them. But that's for another trading course. But for now, this is very simple. When you're trading, when you see this one break up, hold, that's not the moment. Suppose it was over here. Because over here we got rejected. This was a nice short, by the way. But if you see that Bitcoin is holding the line over here, even that we closed below it, because over here, normally, we close below the indicator on the 1 hour, this would mean that we're going down. But if it doesn't get confirmed over here, suppose that this candle closed below it, together with this, then yes, I would agree that SUI was, I would go short like crazy. Why? Because the chart is showing you that to go short. But if SUI closes a 1 hour candle over here, well, Bitcoin closes a candle over here, that's no short, because if this thing starts ramping up, this thing will probably boop down and then up again. It will follow Bitcoin just like a puppy, just like I always keep saying. So that's why it's so important that when you are trading, you need to have the Bitcoin chart. And you know, it's for me it's pretty strange that nobody's already doing that if you're trading. For me, this is just this is normal. This is the easiest part in trading. This is the basic. This is what you know, in my mind, sometimes I get ahead of myself and I think that retailers, they already know this, or that they are doing that already. But then I come to find out that a lot of retailers, they don't. They have no clue. They just go, oh, let me see. Oh, well, this altcoin is great. Let me go short it or long it. Why? Yeah, I feel like going short on this one, or I feel like going long because crypto guru, this one, told me that it was gonna moon. Just go long. No, guys, that's not trading. You can do that. It's no problem. You can do that. You can do that. You'll manage to do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then they'll wreck you. Then they will wreck you. If you want to do it the professional way, this is how you do it. So when you're trading, you want to determine if you're going long or you're going short on any altcoin. You need Bitcoin chart next to it. And listen, you will probably see that maybe 1 time, maybe 2 times out of the 10 times it works. It doesn't work like I'm explaining here. But that happens. But you don't have, a lot of retailers, they only focus on that 1 time or 2 time out of the 10 times. You have to focus on the 80%, not on the 10 or 20%. And retailers, they just don't get it. And, sometimes when it doesn't work out, so when that 10 or 20%, then they start focusing on that one. Oh, no, but this is wrong. This is not working. This is, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to put Bitcoin against it because it didn't work out at that 10 or 20%. That's the only thing he remembers. But 80% or 90% of the times, it does work out exactly just like I just explained to you. So, again, if you're trading any altcoin, it doesn't matter if I share a trade setup, if the team shares a trade setup, you have to always open up the Bitcoin chart. Open up the Bitcoin. Well, let's just say when the team shares, they share sometimes altcoins that will the 10% to 20%. They share those altcoins that will probably not rise with Bitcoin because there are other reasons for that. But sometimes those same altcoins will also rise up with Bitcoin just to liquidate some shorts. But they know how to do that. But this is for you guys in the free private group member. I want everyone, any single one of you, when you're trading, because it will show you, it will protect you from getting wrecked. So if you see, again, let me put it on the 50-minute. So again, over here, you're planning on shorting, I don't know, you're planning on shorting Popcat, for example. Planning on shorting Popcat. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Bitcoin? Oh, Bitcoin broke above the indicator. Okay, let me put it on the 1 hour. Oh, also broke above the indicator. Oh, wait a minute. 50-minute back. Wait a minute. Over here. Oh, it's retesting. Oh my God, it's going up. Oh, now I will definitely not open up my short that I was planned to do on Popcat. I will just not do it, or on Sui. Because if this thing starts rising, pumping up, Popcat will probably also start ramping up, especially Popcat, especially these meme coins, because they pump the hardest. So maybe when you are planning on shorting it, you should long it. Just go long, because why? Bitcoin is going to drag them all with it. Just like the US 500 is dragging Bitcoin with it, Bitcoin is dragging all those meme coins and altcoins with it. That's how you have to think. So in this order you have to think. And when you think like that, so suppose that you were going to short Sui here, and because of you saw this, you will not short. So even if you don't even long it, you're not going to get wrecked. You're not going to lose money. So you're going to get much better entries on Sui. Just wait it out. Just wait it out. Let Bitcoin do its thing. Just let Bitcoin do its work. And when Bitcoin shows you the bearish part, that's when you jump into those shorts. And I will guarantee you that if you are strong enough emotionally and you control your greed and you just act exactly as I'm teaching you, you will make life-changing money. You're gonna build it up again. You make a gain again, next one, gain, next one, gain. Just be patient, wait and strike, wait and strike, wait and strike. Because this movie could have made a lot of money when we broke out of that 4-hour time frame. Boom, this rise up. While I was telling you, well, they're marching. If you longed, you could have made a lot of money. But if you didn't, no problem. There are a million trades out there. You just wait as long as you strike. You have to strike at the right time. So when you see that an altcoin is super overbought, or it pumped a lot, or it is hitting some resistance or whatever, you wait for Bitcoin to show some weakness and then you're gonna strike. Just short the crap out of it. And you're gonna make a lot of gains, because if this coin will made a big rise up, is super overbought, and Bitcoin starts showing a little bit of weakness, that altcoin will probably make a dump down. And that's when you're gonna cash your money. You cash your money, and then you're gonna wait for the next strike. And you keep building this system over and over and over again, and I guarantee that your trading portfolio will explode. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Next weekend will be the next trading course vid, and that's when I'm gonna talk about how to predict those moves. So that will be a very important one also. So, okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.